Safemoon is an amazing token with the exchange, the blockchain, Project Phoenix, and a huge future that I can't wait to see. And one of the main purposes of Safemoon is a rising tide that raises all ships. And as an investor, I'm looking for the next Safemoon so that I can get in early on it. And I believe I've found that project. The project is called Evergrow coin, and it's less than a week old. And if you're a Safemoon holder, the tokenomics on this coin are going to blow you away. I just want to say I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. Nothing's guaranteed. Everything's a risk. Now let me go over these numbers for you because these are going to blow you away. So first of all, they burned half of their supply at the start. This is very close to Safemoon. They had 1 quadrillion and they burned 50%. So the burn address has 509 trillion Evergrow coin in it. The only two wallets that are excluded from reflections at this point is going to be this one and this one. Which means because they've already stopped the burn and because this one is excluded from reflections, that for reflections on this, it's identical to Safemoon, but it's already double. So you're very early in this project if it's something you want to be in. And as of right now, it's less than a week old. So this is nothing against Safemoon. I love Safemoon. I hope it succeeds. At the same time, as an investor, I'm always looking for other projects that I believe in, which is why I have a different channel to talk about this. So right now, we're going to compare Safemoon, which broke records, to Evergrow coin. Safemoon is getting close to a year old, and 1 billion Safemoon cost around $1,400 at the moment. And 1 billion for Evergrow right now cost around $16. So for anyone who's looking for that new project, Evergrow is super new and 1 billion tokens is very cheap right now. And it's the exact same equation as Safemoon with the 1 quadrillion. Now the thing is, and this is kind of big, is they both started with a 1 quadrillion in supply. And Evergrow has 8% in reflections and Safemoon has 5% in reflections. So you get what you own to the total supply, and that's the percentage of what you're going to get of volume. For Safemoon, you get 5% of daily volume. The percentage you own to the total supply is what you're going to get of that. And for Evergrow, you're going to get the percentage that you own to the total supply of 8% of volume. For Safemoon right now, the total supply for your equation is 911 trillion is your total supply. For Evergrow, because they already stopped the burn for half the burn wallet, it's going to be 441 trillion. So you're already getting more than double what the reflections would be. Comparing this to Safemoon is not to bring down Safemoon. I love Safemoon. It's because Safemoon is so big that people compare themselves to Safemoon. It's such a big name and because they have such a great team behind them. With Evergrow, this is going to blow your guys' minds. So with Evergrow coin, if you put in, let's just say you threw in $200, and that would give you around 12 billion. So $200 and you got around 12 billion, right? That's at the price right now. You could do that right now if you wanted to. It's your choice. It's a risk. You got to make that choice for yourself. So this is our actual total supply. If you subtract the 2 wallets that are not receiving reflections, the burn wallet, wallet number 3, then this is the equation. So you're going to divide your bag, which is the 12 billion. We're just going to stick with that number for right now. And we're going to divide that by the total supply. So 12 billion is going to be divided by 440 trillion. 349 billion, 136,440,861. And that's going to give us 0.4 zeros. And that's the number we get. Now we just need to multiply this number times 8% of our volume because it's not 5%. Like Safemoon is the 5%. This volume is going to be the 8%. So we need 8% of daily volume to get an idea of what our reflections are going to look like for this token. For every billion of Safemoon you have, every time we hit 1 billion in volume, you're getting $54 for that billion in Safemoon. But the number changes here. It's going to increase because the burn is stopped, and it's going to increase because it's a higher percentage. It's going to be 8% instead of the 5%. So we'll stick with the same number. We'll take 1 billion in volume and we'll multiply that times 0.05 to get 5%, which is going to give us 80 million. And then we're just going to multiply 80 million times your bag to figure out what your percentage is going to be for your reflections. And that's going to give us $2,180. So for a $200 investment, you can get around 12 billion right now. That for every billion in volume, and that's whether it takes a month, a couple months, half a year to hit, you will get $2,180. That's assuming that you only spent $200 and you didn't drop a lot more. So as far as tokenomics goes, let's just compare the 1 billion to 1 billion. So for Safemoon, we know that for every billion Safemoon, you have with 1 billion in volume that you're going to get $50 worth of Safemoon. And for every 1 billion in Evergrow, you're going to get $181. Now, Safemoon has the potential, if they eventually stop the burn, to be much greater than this, to be 40x if they stop at around 25 trillion, 25 billion after the consolidation. That's why I still love Safemoon. I still believe in Safemoon. At the same time, as of right now, for very cheap, you can get into Evergrow coin, get billions of tokens, and for every billion that you have and every billion that we have in volume, you're getting $181. But you're getting $50 worth of Safemoon, which increases your bag and increases the percentage that you get over time, which is great for holders, but it's also great for whales, meaning that whales who already hold a massive dominance in the Safemoon community were getting tons of reflections, and it was just an extra measure of whale dominance against the community that we have to deal with. If you're a whale, it's great. If you're not a whale, it's not great. As a holder, you exponentially increase your Safemoon bag because as long as you don't sell, then your bag keeps growing, and each time it grows the percentage that it's going to get of the total supply. For Evergrow, whales have a bag, and that bag is not growing. It stays the same, and they're getting 8% reflections based on how big that bag is to the total supply. If they decide to sell, they are giving up not just their bag, but they're also giving up their reflections. Selling has huge risks. And another great thing about Evergrow that I really like is the anti-whale system. This is huge because everybody's trying to design a token that's for the people and not for the whales. And most tokens just end up benefiting the whales and hurting the majority of people, except for those that make it through some terrible times where everybody sells. The anti-whale system makes it so that you can never sell more than 2% of the circulating supply. And what that leaves us with is if there's a whale who's trying to cash out, he's going to have to sell 2% and then sell it again and then sell it again and then sell it again. That could leave us with is a lot of people, it could leave you with an opportunity for you to sell your bag, wait for them to tank the price. We're getting all of these warning signals that there is a whale trying to sell their bag. And you can sell right here, wait till they're done, and then buy back in right here. And as long as it's greater than the 12% of your sell combined with the 12% of your buy at the different prices, then you can make a huge profit. But what it has for us is these huge indicator of when a whale is selling instead of them just being able to massively tank the price like we see every time. Another massive thing for the anti-whale system is that they have a percentage of the sells of that 12% going towards a buyback and burn. And what that means is that they have a completely separate wallet that's gaining the buyback and burn. And as it gains it, whenever they decide that's a good time to counter a whale selling, they can make a purchase with this wallet, a massive purchase, and it goes directly to the burn wallet. So even though the burn wallet stopped, they still have a function that continues the burn by increasing the price after a sale or at a time that they think is a good time, and it goes to the burn wallet. And when it goes to the burn wallet, it increases your reflections again by the percentage of how much the buyback and burn is going to the burn wallet. So I know I'm not a great artist, and I just want you guys to know I love Safemoon and I'm going to support it all the way until John finishes his mission. At the same time, Evergrow coin has got my attention right now, and I'm super excited for this. I'm super excited for the price action I've seen. I'm super excited for how early I'm getting in and how cheap it is. Does that mean that it's guaranteed? No, nothing's guaranteed, and it's still a risk I'm taking. But I also, at the same time, I want to let people know about something that I believe in so they can make that risk for themselves. If you guys want more content like this, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Support me as a content creator. I appreciate that. I'll see you guys in the next video.